Hello, this is Robert Capuccio. A question I get often is, when do we as trainers focus on the mechanical aspects of someone's program, such as assessment, program design, implementation, modification, exercise progressions, regressions, and when do we focus more on the mental and emotional components of exercise that help our clients to elicit optimal performance? And of course, both of these areas are extremely important, but for who? For what goal? For what level of ability within our clients, and when? Well, here's something from Eaton and Johnson that you might find very helpful. When you're dealing with a client that has low level of will, in other words, they're not really motivated, they have a lot of self-doubt, and they have a low level of skill, meaning they're a neophyte. They never really developed a high level of biomotor abilities. Well, what do you do with this person? This person comes in and tells you how many times they failed on an exercise program before, all the diets they failed. They just got done with a 30-day diet and all they lost was a month. Like, what do you do with this individual? Well, the first thing you want to do is lead them by assessing their reasons. This is where motivational interviewing is extremely important. Going beyond just the goal that they want and why they absolutely must attain that goal. Asking questions that help you to elicit what are the tangible ways in which this person's life will be better once they attain the goal. What are some of the consequences that not having what they want is causing them in their life, and more important, in the future, how are these consequences going to be exacerbated, if you will? The next category of person that you're going to deal with is someone who's not very motivated, just like the first category, but they're highly skilled. They've been working out for a long time, maybe that they just hit a plateau. Well, with this person, again, you got to go back to what are their emotional aspirations, not just what their training goals are, but what could their training goals be? They might have even given up on goals. They've just been going through the motions for so long. This person as well, you got to get to the root cause of why they do what they do. What is the why behind the what? And with this individual, you have to continually set new goals and new challenges to keep them engaged, keep them in the game, and assess whether or not they feel challenged. How do they evaluate a good workout from a not so good workout? Well, Mr. Jones, if today is an absolute success, what is that going to look like? What has to happen in today's session? And when you walk out of here, what are you going to feel like? And then stopping off midway through the training session and checking in on a scale from 1 to 10. How do they feel versus how do they want to feel? Is what they needed to have happen actually happening? And if not, adapt, and if so, well done, keep going. The next category are people who have a high level of will. In other words, they're extremely motivated, but their skill level doesn't match their aspirations. So what they can do and what they're willing to do creates a little bit of a disparity. With this individual, you want to give them direction, but then pull back a little bit. Let them go on their own. If this individual buys training sessions, this is not going to be a very long package. This just might be a few sessions to show them what to do, eliminate some guesswork for them, but teach them new skills and let them have a go on their own so they could start to build up a little bit more confidence. And the final category of person is someone who's extremely motivated, high will and high skill. This is someone who's a high-level recreational athlete. Maybe they're even a competitive athlete. With this individual, you want to identify ways to continually challenge them. Set short-term incremental goals that are not only extremely specific, but they're attainable within the session. This is someone who's going to want to reach, who's going to want to stretch their level of ability. And with this individual, get feedback and suggestions from them, not only how the experience shows up for them, which you should do for everybody, but the exact parameters of the program. So this is a partnership more than anything.